Good morning, everyone. Day 7 of the calendar. Today we're going to Guatemala, so we're still in Central America, and it's bourbon caturra, and it's a washed coffee. So the notes are green pear, melon, orange blossom. It's very promising. Fruit forward. Let's see what we can get out of this. Okay, so today I'm going to brew with the Orea V4 Narrow. I'm going to use the classic base, and I'm going to brew it with the Sibarist flat filter. One of you yesterday commented saying that they wanted to see something with Orea and Sibarist, so yeah, let's do it today. What's my approach when I use Sibarist paper filter? For who doesn't know what is Sibarist filter, Sibarist is a company from Barcelona. They make paper filters, not only for Orea, but for V60, for many brewing methods, even AeroPress. They are kind of like, so say, luxury, high brand filter, so they're not cheap, okay? But the characteristics are very, very, very interesting, and also can bring, let's say, good quality, high quality of coffee in the cup. It's a filter that I use many times, especially for competition or when I brew really, let's say, expensive coffee, okay, luxury coffee, because it gives me the possibility to have really good control and a very good filtration of the coffee. So let's try this, and we're gonna talk a bit of about paper filter this morning as well. So why the paper filter is important at the end of the day. Okay, let's do the usual 15. Okay, filter, the paper filter is also a variable. So paper filter, apart from giving filtration, depending on the paper filter you're using, also create resistance in the brewer, okay? Having a paper filter that slow down, so create more resistance in the brewer, together with the coffee, is going to create even more resistance, okay? And then if you have a natural or if you have a washed, okay, that's also going to determine how fast is going to be the drainage. Here, there are, depending on if it's fast or it's not fast, there are some advantages and disadvantages, okay? For example, if you have a very fast filter like the Sibarist and you have a very fast coffee, like, I don't know, natural or a fermented one, a fermented coffee very fast, the drainage might be too fast, so you don't have enough contact time to extract well the coffee, okay? Sibarist, I think, I don't suggest Sibarist to use with every coffee, honestly, with you. I've been trying this for competition coffee. There are different reasons, okay? So what you see on YouTube competition, brewers champion using Sibarist, this recipe, and that's, yeah, it's cool, but you need to think that we also, because I put myself inside, we use a coffee that is a special coffee, okay? Sometimes it's made on purpose for us with different characteristics. The water is really like tailored for that kind of coffee. Sometimes the grind size is more like sifted. I don't know, like everything is very like accurate and tailored for that coffee specifically. Okay, that you will try with another coffee, even if it's another competition coffee, okay? But it's not the same coffee, it might not work, okay? I want to specify this because sometimes can be a bit misleading in the in this coffee community when people follow, let's say, world champion or competition recipes. They are different, okay? The different way of brewing coffee. Let's bring the paper in the everyday brewing, okay? As I said, this is a fast filter. You will see the drainage will go quite fast. And I think, okay, this bin is not good. I think that with a wash coffee, okay, this coffee can work pretty well because what we said, if you remember, wash coffee, it's a bit, wash coffee is a bit slow in drainage. So we are going to have a filter that's going to speed up a bit more this process of drainage. So it's going to give a different kind of extraction, definitely, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to grind finer than usual, 24 clicks, for example, okay? That if I use maybe a classic paper, all right, that might be too slow, okay? But I don't know until I'm going to brew the coffee because I never brew this coffee with this paper filter using the Orea. So for me, it's a first time as well. Let's see how it goes, and then I'll make some comments and we see if we need to adjust something or if it's not good. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna do 24. Perfect. 24. Okay, ground the coffee. And I'll be back. Okay, coffee is ground. It says a medium grind size. Okay, the teas for me is a bit borderline for a wash coffee. But as I said, it depends. Okay, not all the wash coffee are the same as well. So you see. If you never had the possibility to see a Sibarist filter, that's how it looks like, the one for Orea. And basically has pre-cuts where you can follow, when you fold it, it fits perfectly the brewer. So how I put the Sibarist filter is like this. So I'm manually going to fold the filter. Okay, the positive thing of this, if you use this kind of paper filter, you might don't need the negotiator because you can fit it also, no? Without the negotiator, just push it a bit. Anyway. Give up, just a little push. Okay, the paper is fitted. Now we will see if this is going to be fast also with a wash coffee. Water temperature is a 94. I put a 94 because I want to see, okay, if this drainage is going to be too fast, I need some energy that in this shorter time is going to extract some compounds. No, okay. It's going to extract compounds, more compounds, okay, from the coffee. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this recipe. I'm going to coffee in, and I'm going to do 50 grams first pour, bloom, 50 grams, and then I'm going to do 70, okay, as a second pour, and then I'm gonna do 60 and 60, okay? So basically we are going to, from the recipe of 60 grams each, 4 pours. Okay, I'm going to do 50 grams of bloom. Then I'm going to recover these 10 grams of water on the second pour, and then I'm going to keep 60 and 60. Okay, so it's going to be 15 grams of coffee and 240 total grams of water. Okay, that is the recipe I am doing today. Okay, let's start. Okay. Okay, the drainage is quite fast, as you can see, even with 24 clicks. Okay, we're going to refresh, and now we're going to pour 60. And now the last one. Okay. So again, while it's going to drain all of it, 15 grams of coffee, ground at 24 clicks with my command and grinder, 240 grams of water, 50 the first pour, 70 the second pour, 60 and 60 the third and the fourth pour. Coffee came out to 30, so it's very fast. Okay. But now we see that even with the reduced contact time between coffee and water, because we ground at 24, we managed to extract good compounds, okay, in this shorter time. Okay, the aroma, you know, I don't know if I'm conditioned by the flavor notes, but I really can smell the pear on the aroma. I don't know, but it's very green, you know, when it's like a fresh, unripe pear. But yeah, it's also sweet. So far so good. Let's taste it. Okay, so the advantage of having a fast paper, it's also, yes, it's going to reduce the contact time between coffee and water. Longer contact time can also bring some negative thing to the coffee. Okay, so basically in coffee there are compounds that are very easy to extract, like acidity, for example, and there are compounds that are more difficult for the water to extract. And these compounds are the bitter compounds, okay, or the astringent compounds like polyphenols or tannins, okay. This kind of compounds that can bring astringency in the cup and a bit of bitterness, okay? So what's going to happen? It happens that more the water is in contact with the coffee and more the water have the chance to break down the molecules of these compounds, take it into the water basically and bring it down, okay? Things that with the acids instead is very easy. That's why an under-extracted coffee tastes sour, because acids are the first compounds that the water can extract from the coffee, because they are lighter, they are easier to extract. The bitter compounds are more hard, so you need longer time, okay? Or more energy, higher energy, longer time. You need a bit of more power, okay? Having a fast paper reduce the contact time, so in theory should reduce the extraction of astringent compounds, bitter compounds. That is not all the time the case. In this case is the case, okay? The coffee tastes good. Okay, coffee tastes good. Let's finish this, because now I want to comment about the coffee. The coffee tastes good, but what happens that then, for example, what happened here, mouthfeel body-wise is not how I wished was, to be honest. It's a bit, I'm not watery, I will not say watery, I will say it's a bit thin as a mouthfeel, as a light mouthfeel. I know the TDS is going to be high because we use 240 grams of water, also has been ground at 24, so water has a lot of chance to extract compounds at the beginning, okay? Because most of the extraction of the compounds in the coffee happens at the beginning of the brewing, in the two pours, the first two pours in this case. The last two, there is not much as a compounds dissolved in the water. But towards the end, just like a few seconds more of contact time would also extract a bit more mouthfeel, okay, from the coffee. You also always need to find the balance in between, extract a bit more mouthfeel, but avoid extracting bitterness. So what I think here is that the coffee tastes good, is a bit light on body, flavors so fruity, so it's very white, green, yellowish fruit, okay? When you say, I think the box will say melon, I don't think it's like a cantaloupe melon, I think it's more like a yellow, white melon. It's bright, see, it is very good, it's very round, it's not under extracted as a coffee, but I think that the combination of this dripper, the Orea V4 Narrow, and the Sibarist, the fast paper, is a bit, okay, for this coffee it was okay, but for example, if you brew a natural, it's going to be too fast, it's not going to give enough contact time to the coffee and water. You need to grind a bit finer, but then you might going to grind too fine, okay? So you're gonna have a very high TDS, but still the body is not going to be as juicy as you want, okay? If you like, if you like a juicy mouthfeel in the coffee, of course. But I think that Sibarist fast with a narrow Orea V4 can be a good combination, but to be honest, I'm not doing this anymore, okay? Because Orea is already a fast dripper, plus you put fast paper filter, and sometimes it's going to be too fast, okay? When you're brewing these kind of coffees, I'm talking, okay? For competition, it's a different thing. But for this kind of coffee, it can be a bit tricky. Okay, as always, coffee, as it cools down, gets a bit more mouthfeel, but not as much as I wanted, okay? I think that brewing this with a different paper filter in my work. If you want to extract a bit more, maybe you could split, maybe you can split in 5 pours, okay? You can do 5 pours of 50 and you add these 10 grams more of water, so you can extract a bit more. I am happy about this coffee, but I'm not completely satisfied 100%, honestly with you. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to reset a bit. I'm going to make another coffee, okay? And it's going to be fast, I promise. Okay, I'm back. I ground again 15 grams, 24 clicks, same water, 94, same dripper, same paper, again, all right? The same coffee, of course. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the 5 pours of 50 grams each. So from this recipe, what I am expecting compared to the previous one that I said here, I'm expecting to have more extraction and more mouthfeel from this coffee, okay? Using this combination brewer filter. All right, let's go. All right, brew is done. The aroma is the same as before. Very pear, nice. Okay, cup. The same one is on the wash, so I'm going to use the smaller one. It's fine. Okay. Let's see what we got from this one. In the meantime, I'm going to put the sample in the refractometer. In the meantime, also Casey came to say good morning. How are you, Papa? Okay, the coffee gained a bit more mouthfeel, but still not as much as I wanted. Okay, not as much as I wanted. Honestly with you. Not as much as I wanted. So yeah. I think this combination is good if you like light-bodied coffee. To be honest, I didn't want to go finer because usually you say, okay, the drainage is very fast, I'm going finer because it tastes, the body is a bit light. The problem is that the TDS, even going with 250 grams of water, so adding more water compared to the previous time, we have a high TDS, like it's a 140, 143. The previous one was 145. The problem is like you risk to go to 150. 150 is not a good TDS, okay, for the coffee, because as I was saying the previous days, high TDS can bring problem with the clarity in the coffee, so you don't really feel the notes. Also, if you have high TDS, that doesn't mean you have a higher body, okay? It's a myth. Sometimes people think, high TDS, high extraction, high body. No, it's totally different. It's about like quality of extraction and non-quantity of extraction. This is a topic that in the future I want to talk about the quality of the extraction in the coffee and not the quantity. They are two different things. That means that if you extract a lot, that doesn't mean that it's better, okay? It's about the compounds that you extract in the coffee that makes a difference. But we will discover this in the future here on my channel. so stay around. I have to say that, okay, between this coffee and the other one, I don't find a lot of difference, okay? The drainage was also as fast as before. Refreshing the water, yes, okay. I started probably a bit more sweetness, okay. The sweetness balance a bit more the acidity, but to be honest, right now, I almost prefer the previous one because it was like the nice fruity acidity. Here there is sweetness, but a sweetness without a mouthfeel, like a sweetness without a very juicy, creamy mouthfeel. It's like not 100% complete, let's say, based on my preference, of course. But yeah, that was the topic today. Paper filter. Maybe next time I can do one with Sibarist, one with flat Orea Type G. So there we can see the real difference in between. But I'm not gonna bother you anymore this morning. It's Saturday. You might be busy with your family. Stay with your family or friends. You have probably a lot of things to do today. So I don't want to keep you too much on the screen. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. So as always, interact and comment. Let's brew the coffee together. I am more and more willing to listen to you about if you have any curiosity. I don't know yet what we're gonna brew tomorrow, but we will see. We're gonna work this through these days and maybe find something nice, something also educational, like I like to do every day. So I wish you a very good day, a very good weekend, and yeah, see you tomorrow. Ciao.